Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Retired for Life. Well, it's been an interesting 24 hours. We're back out in the shop here. You can see my glue up for the step still sitting here with all the clamps on. They can come off any point in time. And I've got my piece of ash to its rough outside dimensions for the top of the railing. But the plan was to leave that just for a couple of days to go on and try and play with this new tool that I got. So the plan was to spend a little bit of time figuring this out. Now it looks like it'll be a fun add-on to my tool collection in here. Santa was very good to me, so we're going to have a look at that and get it set up, but we're being delayed on that, and I'll show you why. You may have seen my short video about this. I'll put a link up in the top corner here to that video. We've had rain. We've had a lot of rain, and it has finally stopped, and it's warm enough that the ice is now falling out of the trees. But I've got a mess to clean up because of it. Now, as I mentioned in that short video, I left the snow here without clearing it, knowing that this rain was coming, hopefully to make that easier to just tear the snow and the ice off at the same time. But I need to do that with my grater blade, which means I need to take the snowblower off. Seems kind of weird that I'm taking the snowblower off and it's still January. But I've got one other thing in the shop here that I want to show you before we get out working on the tractor. Okay folks, so there are two channels that I want to talk about today. The first one is In the Backyard with Dell. Now, Dell has a great channel. He's always doing some fun stuff. He spends a lot of time cutting and splitting firewood. He is a bass fisherman, and he's into boating and working on old garden tractors. So he's got about 300 videos on his channel. It's worth having a look at. He works that splitter of his pretty hard. It's a nice machine, and he's always going at it. So stop by In the Backyard with Dell and have a look at his channel and let him know that Brian from Retired for Life sent you by. Let's get his sticker up here. All right, Dell, you are going up right beside RCAF Polar Express and under Boda Bob. There we go. Thanks for sending your sticker, Dell. Looks good. Now the other channel I want to mention to you, I don't have a sticker for it. It's a channel that I came across just, well, kind of browsing around. And the channel is called This Is My Alaska. Now this is a gentleman who has got amazing skills. Watching him do some of the work that he's doing is really something. So I've been enjoying watching that channel. So the channel's about remote homestead, off-grid living, log cabin building, survival skills, summer and winter camping, hunting, fishing, mountains, rivers, and glaciers. This is my Alaska. I just wanted to mention this channel to you guys because of our shared love for things like tractors and equipment and spending time in the great outdoors. And that certainly is what this channel is about. All right, so that's it for the shout outs for today. Now let's get out there and we're going to get that snowblower off and get the grater blade on. Well, there's our grater blade, folks. Buried under what is now a big pile of slush. So I'll get this dug out, do the changeover, and then I'll bring you folks back. folks, let's give this a try and we'll see how it works. That it's actually throwing the back of the tractor sideways a bit. That's, I think, a time when the chain would certainly come in handy on this. But you don't have to. We're going to keep going. But anyway, that gives you guys an idea of what I'm doing. So I'm going to finish clearing up the driveway here and I'll show you the end results. Well, folks, what a mess. But the blade did the job. And there sits the blower. Kind of odd. But we got it done. Let's go out and have a look here. Well, that's pretty good. We're getting quite a pile of slush here now. So what I did was I went down with the grater blade, scraped the driveway all down, and then turned around and pushed that bank off of the edge of the driveway with the front end loader of the tractor. Just so that I'm not going to have big solid ice banks if this freezes again. But we're ready. By the looks of the weather reports, we've got pretty much at least a week of quite mild weather. So a lot of the snow in the driveway, or the slush in the driveway, will hopefully disappear. All right, folks, I think we'll call that it for today's video. Real sloppy mess out there to clean up, but we'll try to get back into the shop here again for the next video, get a look at that sharpener, and at least get all the clamps off of my glue up for the step. So don't forget to have a look at those two channels that I suggested to you, sent you by, and hopefully you'll enjoy them. I know I really enjoy watching the fellow from Alaska. That is a really interesting channel. So that's going to be it for today's video, folks. Remember to stay safe out there, be good to each other, and we'll see you out on the trails the next time.